What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and this story is so big, I had to get it out there today, even though it's a Sunday, and I hope that you're enjoying yourself, and if you see this video, that you leave a like on it and you leave a share. We know that FEMA has been compromised by woke ideology. This is not something that is or should be new to anybody. We know that FEMA is a joke, giving Americans a piddly $700 while shipping hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel. And this latest report, as revealed by the Daily Wire and confirmed by FEMA staff, that they literally told their aid workers to avoid homes of Trump supporters, to leave them to perish, to leave them without the aid they desperately need, the aid that their tax dollars pay for, should enrage just about everyone. Make sure you leave a like on this video and you get it out there and you share it, because I'm sure they're going to try to bury this one. By the way, the perfect gift just dropped. They are going to print this week. They're going to start printing by the end of the week, it looks like. A lot of you picked up the hilarious Tailgates for Trump summer edition, which had stuff like Donald Trump's spicy margarita, Nancy Pelosi's gin-soaked drizzle cake, and many other hilarious recipes. Well, it was so popular, we rolled out a Christmas version with 50 recipes. We also put our old one for sale as well. Pre-order yours today and get it makes a perfect gift for you, your Trump, your freedom-loving family, friends, or that gift work exchange. There's hilarious recipes like a threat to our Dumas cookies, Big Mike's Christmas orbs, and 48 others. Link in the description below, available at tailgatesfortrump.com. This is an exclusive story shared by the Daily Wire. Exclusive FEMA official ordered relief workers to skip houses with Trump signs. Whistleblower says it's almost unbelievable to think that somebody in the federal government would think that this is okay. Well, it's not unbelievable to me. It's not unbelievable to me. And I think most Americans, it is not unbelievable to them. A federal disaster relief official ordered workers to bypass the homes of Donald Trump supporters as they surveyed damage caused by Hurricane Milton in Florida, according to internal correspondence obtained by the Daily Wire and confirmed by multiple federal employees. A FEMA supervisor told workers in a message to avoid homes advertising Trump as they canvassed Lake Placid, Florida, to identify residents who could qualify for federal aid. Internal messages viewed by the Daily Wire have revealed. The supervisor, Marnie Washington, I have a feeling how they're going to look, but I don't know, relayed this message both verbally and in a group chat used by the relief team. Multiple government employees told the Daily Wire. This was not a joke. The government employees told the Daily Wire that at least 20 homes with Trump signs or flags were in fact skipped from the end of October into November due to the guidance, meaning that they were not given the opportunity to qualify for FEMA assistance. Images shared with the Daily Wire show that houses were in fact skipped by workers who wrote in the government system messages such as Trump sign, no entry per leadership. It's unclear whether the same guidance was issued elsewhere. For example, like North Carolina, the employees were part of a Department of Homeland Security surge capacity force team, meaning they volunteered from other DHS agencies to help an understaffed FEMA as it dealt with the second major hurricane in the span of just a few weeks. Well, we all know FEMA famously ran out of money after giving it all to illegal migrants, many people claim. I know they're short-staffed. I thought we could go in there and make a difference, one employee said. When we got there, we were told to discriminate against people. It's almost unbelievable to think that somebody in the federal government would think that this is okay. The federal government said it was wrong to discriminate against Trump supporters, said it felt wrong to discriminate against against Trump supporters when they were at their most vulnerable. This is why I tell you I am Team Low Road and screw these people. No, I will not show any grace without any real contrition. These people want Trump supporters dead. Much like a lot of people in the cancel culture world, when I talk about that, how, they don't just want you fired. They want you dead. That's the truth. I've always believed that. And so just because Trump won doesn't mean I'm going to suddenly forgive that. I volunteered to help disaster victims, not to discriminate against them, the employee said. It didn't even matter if they were black, white, Hispanic. For Trump or Harris, everyone deserves the same amount of help. The guidance came as the Biden administration was, in fact, criticized over its sluggish response to Hurricane Helene in rural areas across the country. In Roan Mountains, Tennessee, for example, locals told the Daily Wire it took nearly 2 weeks for FEMA to show up. The town is located in Charter County, which of course voted 81% for Trump on Tuesday. The FEMA agents, ordered not to help houses with Trump signs, were operating in Highlands County, a deep red area located in south central Florida that backed Trump 70% on Tuesday. It was hit with tornadoes, torrential wind and rain, and flooding when Milton hit in October. In the chat, Washington said that it would be the best practice to avoid homes advertising Trump. According to photos of messages received by the Daily Wire, zero explanation was given for this guidance, which included other recommendations telling the workers to practice de-escalation and preventative measures to avoid high-salt diets and coffee. Photos also from the system, also used by federal relief workers to track the homes they visit, show that relief workers followed Washington's guidance. Several addresses were marked, quote, not able to access property, with listed examples such as Trump sign, no entry per leadership, no stop, Trump flag. By the way, the people who were following these orders, I'll give the whistleblower a little bit of credit. Okay. I'll give the whistleblower a little bit of credit, but every employee that did this is a scumbag and deserves to be fired and fined as well. You're taking government dollars and injecting your own personal political beliefs. I don't care what your boss told you to do. It doesn't matter. If your boss told you to jump off a cliff, would you do that too? I mean, could you imagine the uproar if they had said this about Kamala Harris supporters? Photos from the system used by federal relief workers to track what homes they visited showed that the relief workers did, in fact, follow Washington's guidance. Several addresses were marked not able to access. If they had damaged or lost power for over 36 hours, it was my duty to inform them of benefits to which they are entitled through FEMA, one team member wrote in a complaint filed to the DHS about guidance. Washington is a disaster survey assistance crew leader for Highland County. A leadership chart reviewed by the Daily Wire shows she did not respond to multiple phone calls or emails seeking for comment on the guidance. I mean, this is illegal. This is a federal employee who is in charge of federal funds discriminating against United States citizens. They should be in jail. I don't know what the crime would be, but this is outrageous. I would never support them doing this to a Kamala Harris supporter or a leftist or a liberal. Or a communist. I don't care. If they're an American citizen, they pay taxes, they get FEMA representation and help. Of course, the fallout has been confirmed. FEMA woman told workers to avoid Florida homes with Trump signs, ends up being fired. So what? What if people died because of that? What if people's lack of power and resources led to them not getting prescriptions that they needed, or their insulin spoiling, or any sort of thing like that? Is there going to be any... they were just fired? Why? With big benefits too? Marnini, Washington, 38, told workers in a group chat to... what a shock. What a shock. An overweight black woman with pearly earrings. Gee, do you think maybe she thought herself like Kamala Harris a little bit? I want to be clear to all of my employees and the American people, this type of behavior and action will not be tolerated. What do you mean? You did it. You followed through. Criswell posted on X announcing Washington's termination from the agency. I will do everything I can to make sure this never happens again, she added. Well, then put her in jail. That's what I would do. If I got to imagine that's some sort of crime, right? What if people died because of this? Ron DeSantis reacting. The blatant weaponization of government by partisan activists is a federal bureaucracy is yet another reason the Biden-Harris administration is in its final days. In my direction, the Division of Emergency Management is launching an investigation of the federal government's targeted discrimination Floridians who supported Donald Trump. New leadership is on the way in D.C., and I'm optimistic that these partisan bureaucrats will be fired. They deserve way worse than that. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't know what crime it would be, but this is outrageous. Byron Donald says FEMA should be ripped out of DHS. I agree. And report directly to the White House. In response to the Daily Wire is reporting that a supervisor at FEMA ordered relief workers to skip houses with signs supporting President-elect Donald Trump in Florida. Representative Byron Donalds, can I read? Said that the agency should be torn out of the Department of Homeland Security and report directly to the White House. FEMA has fired the official, identified as Trump deranged, after the Daily Wire revealed through messages and whistleblowers that she told federal employees under her supervision to avoid homes advertising for Trump. I want to make sure that I ask you about something. Here's the clip.
Joining me now, Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds. Welcome back to Fox News Sunday.
It's good to be back with you.
All right, let me start with this. Did you, going into Tuesday, imagine it would be quite as...
Well, okay. That's a 10-minute clip.
Because it's going to breed more...
He wrote, anybody involved in this should be fired immediately, not asked to resign, not brought in front of a congressional hearing. They should be fired immediately, Donalds exclaimed. We are not going to have a country where we're going to decide who gets help and who doesn't based on who you support politically or what you look like or anything else. Then this is crazy. When it comes to FEMA, my recommendation for the Trump administration team is that FEMA becomes a standalone agency that reports directly to the White House. You have to get it out of Homeland Security. That agency is a massive labyrinth with a bunch of different departments. He said FEMA should be a direct report agency to the White House because when disaster recovery needs to take place, we need quick answers out of FEMA, not bureaucratic ones that go through the labyrinth of federal departments. I couldn't agree more. This is absolutely wild. I mean, it's obviously something that isn't that crazy in today's modern hyperpolar, politicized world. But to see it all play out in actual facts and evidence is a disgrace. These people belong in jail, in my opinion. Don't forget to pre-order your new Christmas holiday edition meme-tastic cookbook with 50 different recipes, mega-infused recipes from McMega fries to the art of the tree, Xmas dip, Big Mike's Christmas orbs. Lots of people are getting them for themselves. They're also getting them for gifts. There's a bundle available with the other cookbook that we did. Make sure you get your order in today. They should start shipping by the end of the week. They're in print right now. So link in the description below or tailgatesnumber4trump.com/store to pick yours up before we sell out. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.